Hey guys, you're watching the UK animatronic fan channel, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing, setup, demo and review of the standing animated bride and groom from the range 2025. Okay, let's get into this. So let's have a quick look at the box. So as you can see, there's the price up there, £129.99. I have only just received this today. Unfortunately, it has got a little break in the box, but to be honest, that's standard for shipping. On the side here, you've got another photo of them. At the bottom, you've got a little description, if you want to read that. And then at the back, we have got a little read up down there. And then a nice big picture of them with the big Haunted Hallows logo in the corner there. The other side's the same. So let's just have a quick look at the top. So on the top, here is the top. It gives you the dimensions and the name of it. Now I'm just going to open the box. This is what it looks like when you open the box. They're neatly packaged. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these out and show you all the parts. Alright, I'm back and here are the parts. So let's start off with the main bit here. This is the base with the attached legs, feet and hip frame. Next we have the groom himself, which also has the bride's hands attached, and also the pop-up mechanism is in there too. And then over here we have the bride. She comes with all her clothes on. She's got a really detailed face actually. And then we have the instructions over here, which are coloured, which is always good. And then we've got the small support pole for the groom, the 4 pole connectors, and then the 3 large poles for the bride. Okay, let's get into the setup. Okay, so what you're first going to do is you've got to get this pole connector here, and you pop that onto there, like so, press it down, and then you get the small pole, and you attach that onto there, again, press it down, so there we are. Next, you're going to want to grab the groom, and you're going to want to find that connector at the bottom there, and you will pick it up and place it down onto the legs that we just attached. Oh, and then you push that down, and then you have to push it down nice and firm until it is in, which is not the easiest thing, but there we go, I think that's in. So there's the groom. It's nice and easily done. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you get this pole connector and you put that on the base bit here, like so, just like that, and then you grab the large pole and you place that on there and push it down like so, there we are. And then same process again, pole connector and then pole like so, and then one more time, pole connector and pole. Okay, so this is what it should be currently looking like. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab the bride, and you're going to want to find, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a connector in there, and you're going to want to put it on this pole here. I am going to do that off camera because it's quite big. Okay, so this is what they all look like together. I have skipped a couple of steps, so I'll just quickly explain them. So obviously I've attached the bride onto the pole, just using that connector that I showed before. And then what I did is these arms, they have to be attached, and you tie a knot around the finger, or you can tie it around the wrist, but I just found it easy to do it around the finger. And you do that both sides. And then you just pose it to how you wanted it, to be. The hip hoop is movable in the bride, so I've moved it so she looks more realistic. So let's go over some of the details. So first, I just want to mention how good this face is. It's really well detailed, especially for aroma. I really like the rose bouquet in, well, like a veil, the roses in her veil. Her hair looks quite realistic. It is just a standard hair, but it looks good with the veil. The dress is actually surprisingly good quality. It's got like this double layer of material down here, and then that's more like a thick fabric there. As you can see, there's a returns policy tag, and then what you've got is you've got the groom's head, which looks really realistic. Actually, they did a really good job with this. I like the aged look on both their heads. Now, unfortunately, the only thing I would say about the hands is that they're not aged for some reason, but that's typical. So at some point I might try and make them look a bit more aged, but you don't necessarily notice that. Now moving a bit further down the groom, you can see he's got his tuxedo, his little tie up there. These hands are really cool actually. They're aged as well, unlike the bride's, which is, again, wondering why the bride's one weren't aged. And then down here, you know, he's got his legs and then his feet. The feet aren't really needed, but they're a nice addition, I guess. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say. Oh yeah, and the base is really good quality. It's thick steel, and that runs into his legs, and his hip frame's also metal, so that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demo him, and yeah, that'll be it. Let's find. He is push button activated, or he can be sound sensor activated. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using his push button. Here we go.
My dearest love, will you marry me again, even in this graveyard? Oh, my poor foolish groom. Now, you'll never leave me again. I'll make sure of it. I promise. This time, I'll stay with you forever. Forever? You couldn't even stay with me in life. You'll always be mine. In this life and in the next.
Okay, so there it was. So that's the bride and groom for you. I do really like them. Just to give my final thoughts, I think they are worth the price tag when you consider shipping costs, and the box is also big, so that costs a lot of money. Yeah, they're actually good quality for stuff from the range anyway. If you live in the UK, you'll understand what I mean, but if not, Aroma stuff in general slash Sunstar stuff is usually cheap anyway. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do hope to do more unboxings soon, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.